Speedway right now, that car number 12 that I talked about a little bit earlier of Karen Schultz. She's in the Golding Farms Pontiac out of Statesville, North Carolina. 16.36, the first lap time for Karen Schultz. That's 82.518 miles per hour. 16.41, the second lap time on Karen Schultz. And of course that gives her the fastest time so far, ladies and gentlemen, at 16.360. And on the Speedway right now, it's a Ford, so all you Ford fans better stand up and holler for Ricky Reeves. Ricky. 17.89, the first lap time for Ricky Reeves, who hails from Millers Creek, North Carolina, in the Oak Forest 76 Ford. Here he comes on lap number 2. 17.54, the second lap time on Ricky Reeves. And on the Speedway right now, ladies and gentlemen, a young man who hails from Kissimmee, Florida. In the M&R Racing Chevrolet number 45, Mike Joyce, and here he comes on lap number 1. 18.72, the first lap time for Mike Joyce. That's 72.115 miles per hour. Mike Joyce out of Kissimmee, Florida. Second lap a little bit slower, so the first lap time on Mike Joyce at 18.70 is his fast time. Well, on this track right now, ladies and gentlemen, a young man out of the state of North Carolina. 17.19 will be the first lap time for young Scott Weaver. Scott Weaver out of Shelby, North Carolina. 17.10 for young Scott Weaver. And of course, his first lap time of 18.720 will be his official time. Well, on the track right now, 17:35. That's 17.35, the first lap time for Don Roberts, ladies and gentlemen, out of China Grove, North Carolina. Don Roberts. 17.24, the second lap time for Don Roberts. And of course, right now in the Speedway, car number 71, another real veteran of the Charlotte Daytona Dash out of Churchville, Virginia, in the Howdy Shell excavating Ford. It's Dale Howdy Shell. 18.17, the first lap time for Dale Howdy Shell. And Karen Schultz is still your fast qualifier, ladies and gentlemen. Dale Howdy Shell on lap number 2. 18.21, the second lap time for Dale Howdy Shell. And here's the young lady I spoke about. Ladies and gentlemen, Shauna Robinson in the Dusmore Incorporated Pontiac. 16.74. 16.74. The first lap time for Shauna at 80.645 miles per hour. Goody, and he's off the pace on that second lap. Mickey York out of Asheboro, North Carolina in the Winner's Circle Auto Parts Pontiac. Well, how about your next hometown driver, ladies and gentlemen? You probably recognize that number 25. He comes from Canesti, South Carolina, in that Louise Smith All-Pro Tires Pontiac. How about it for Maxie Bush, ladies and gentlemen? Maxie Bush, one of your hometown boys. Maxie Bush putting that Louise Smith special through his paces. Here he comes on lap number 1. 17.74 the first lap time, and Maxie is good at 76.099 miles per hour. Second lap, 17.41. 17.41 for Maxie Bush, and that's good for the 8th fastest qualifier. Maxie out of Canesti, South Carolina. Car number 17, Mike Watts. At 16.18, ladies and gentlemen, there's your fast time of Mike Watts out of Greenville, Tennessee. Even better, ladies and gentlemen, at 16.09 for Mike Watts. Boy, I'll tell you, they're getting tight now, and Larry Cottle, the defending champion on the racetrack right now, ladies and gentlemen, Larry Cottle coming around on lap number 1. Cottle's first lap time is 16.31. 16.31, but Mike Watts has got a better one. 16.22. That's 16.22. 16.22, the second lap time for Larry Cottle. The next driver, ladies and gentlemen, comes from Huntsville, Alabama. The Engineering and Manufacturing Services Pontiac. How about it for Gary Wade Finley? Gary Wade Finley, car number 28 on the clock. 16.46, the first lap time for Gary Wade Finley. 16.46, here comes lap number 2. 16.45. Oh, very consistent. He's 16.45 on that second lap. Only 1/100th off that first lap. So his second... Mickey York, he's no time, isn't it? He's done. He's at the right track. That's right. Down and put no time. No time? Did you already hit him up here? Yeah. He took the white flag. Yes, sir. Would you please welcome the young son of David Pearson? How about it for Eddie Pearson? Eddie Pearson, ladies and gentlemen, on the track right now to take his qualifying times in that Swisher Sweet Cigars Pontiac. Third start of 1988 for Eddie Pearson in the dash cars, and lap number 1. 16.55. bit better at 16.32. 16.32 will be his official time. And by golly, that ties, well, excuse me, no, that just beats out Karen Schultz, who owns that particular car, moving Eddie Pearson to the third fastest qualifier behind Mike Watts and Larry Cottle. This young man, ladies and gentlemen, hails from Trenton, New Jersey. Trenton, New Jersey. And behind the wheel, a young man who still has one more year to go in high school. Would you please give a warm South Carolina welcome to Todd Cray. Todd Cray. 16.61. First lap time at 16.61. Todd picked up a win earlier this year, his first ever NASCAR win, lap number 2. 16.50. Second lap time at 16.50. 16.50 for Todd Cray, a young man who is going to have a great racing future in ahead of him. And on the track right now, ladies and gentlemen, out of Boone, North Carolina, in the Sigmund's Automotive Pontiac, please welcome number 3. It's Randy Smith. Randy Smith, lap number 1. 17.25. 25. First lap time on Randy at 17.25. 17.25. Second lap time was 17.72 for Randy, and I'll tell you, he didn't get hardly any practice, I don't think any at all, because Randy's been here all afternoon, and Chris, for some reason, the crew got lost coming to Anderson from Boone, North Carolina, and they just got that car ready for Randy to make his qualifying run. So hopefully we're going to get Randy in the race here tonight in better shape than he qualified out there. But right now on the Speedway, a young man out of Birmingham, Alabama. Is Roger Roos, ladies and gentlemen, in the Alabama Controls Pontiac. And Roger picked up his first ever bush pole at Southside Speedway earlier this year. 16.82, the first lap time for Roger Roos. Lap number 2 coming up. 16.93. Certainly not going to get Roger the pole here tonight. He told me a little bit earlier, he said, I'm having some problems getting that thing to hook up out here at this tough Anderson Speedway. And it'll be a little bit of time, he said, before this thing gets dialed in. As we get into the race, it's going to work a little bit. A young man who calls Colding, New York, home. And that's Tim Bender, ladies and gentlemen. Tim Bender out of Colding, New York. Tim, a 9-time snowmobile champion, now in stock cars. 16.38, an excellent first lap for Tim at 82.418 miles